I'm gonna go to 5 years, 5 years, 4 years later about 1090J.
Man, what's up, everybody?
Still keep his intro just like that, but you know what I mean.
Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, like y'all rocking with me.
Hey.
For this video, I'm gonna be speaking on 3 different.
That shit. Now it's different now. That shit sound like you got money when you. Now, when he do this, it's like you got money, but that time it was like, you know what I mean? Like it was down, but nigga up now. You know what I mean?
Back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, like y'all rocking with me. For this video, I'm gonna be speaking on 3 different COs that wanted to get 10 nasty with 1090. Now these COs, they weren't all in the same compound. 2 of them were, but the first one was at Lancaster CI at the work camp, and this was our dorm. It was an 18 to 19-year-old dorm, so I was 19 at the time. She must have been like 40. Now before I break all this down, you need to understand the attraction inside of prison is nothing like society. The level of women, females that you're used to seeing is not what you are going to see in prison. You are going to see desperate ass females that couldn't get a good job somewhere else or just live in this country ass secluded town and decide one day they want to work at a prison. But it doesn't really matter to you because as long as they have a pussy, you're gonna feel some type of an attraction because you're around.
That shit funny. That shit's funny. Yo, I never seen those.
One day they want to work at a prison, but it doesn't really matter to you because as long as they have a pussy, you're gonna feel some type of an attraction because you're around nothing but men. Just having a female presence around you, it feels different, and it's powerful in a sense, and you can't really describe it without experiencing it. But I'm gonna do my best to get y'all to understand this. Now in prison, age doesn't matter. You don't care how.
Bro, I'm trying to get my neck tattooed too. The way he has it. Oh my god. It's just not painful. Let me know. People who has tattoo before, let me know. This part, but I'm gonna do this last though. But cause my Adam apples right here, shit. I'm trying. You know what I mean? That's a tattoo needle. You know what I mean? That shit tickle.
How old she is, you really don't even care how bad she looks because to be honest, none of them really look good.
Damn.
You got some that are like, alright, you got some, oh that's that baby, but if you saw her in the street, you're not even really gonna look twice at her, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these females are overweight, bad body, missing teeth, all type of craziness. And when they're working inside of a prison, they don't feel the need to impress anybody. You could be the ugliest, most bad-bodied female, and when you work in this prison, men are on you. It doesn't matter. They're all over you. They're trying to do everything for you. Ma'am, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see you. Whatever. Trying to spit as much game as possible that they can, which means for the inmates, if you're trying to get in with a CO, you got a lot of competition, which can lead to a lot of different complications. The specific one I'm talking about at Lancaster, I'm not going to put her name out there because I appreciate what she did for me at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it started off, I didn't really talk to her. You know, when I first saw her, I was like, all right, She looks better than everything else here. She's not overweight. She's not this and that. She takes care of herself. Her nails are clean and cut. Her hair is pretty. She smells good when she walks by. You notice all of the little things, the tiniest little details. And you also pay attention to the fact and expect her to do the same. So you're going to make sure you're on point. Your nails are clipped, trimmed, clean. You're soaked up. You smell good. You're bathing. Everything. You got good hygiene. You're not looking stupid when she's around. And you're not causing her any problems that would make her single you out or have an issue with you. But I'm not going to lie. With this specific CO, there was someone else that was basically trying to holler at her. And it was another white kid that was inside of the dorm. He slept on the other side of our dorm. And this is an open bay dorm, no cameras in here. So the bubble, the booth where the CO is at, it's in the middle. You know what I mean? So there's two different doors. You can walk up on either side. Both doors are usually wide open. Because he was on the opposite side, he would stand up and just try to talk to her. And I would peep game and I wouldn't really be interested until I started noticing her looking at me. And it would usually be times like when I'm getting out of the shower. You know what I mean? I walk over to my bunk. I was somewhat tatted up at the time. And I'm just doing whatever, put lotion on, whatever it is. I would catch her looking and I would act like I didn't catch her. But I knew she was looking.
That's all you gotta do, man. Just act like you don't see them when they're looking at you.
And once I peeped it like 2-3 times, I would have someone else check. I would have someone else watch her while I paid no attention. And then I would hear from them like, yeah, boy, she was looking the whole time, boy. She was moving her legs around and shit. She was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting the whole scoop, so I know what's going down as it's going down. It's like, all right, I'm going to try to make a move. So one day, you know, the door to the bubble's open. I slide up. I just start talking to her. How you doing? She's like, what do you want, inmate? Just conversation. What do you mean, inmate? I just want to talk to you. I just want to see how you was doing. Go sit down. So, you know, I go back to my bunk or whatever.
Oh, I'm not high, but his tattoo it's like it look like an ace, but it look like a A too, you know what I mean? But I thought that was a GTA 5, you know? Dumb, stupid fuck. I thought that was a GTA 5. Oh boy. But that was a tattoo, that's a V. Oh, that's an A. Yeah. That's an A upside down. Alive. Ah. Shit. That's crazy.
But I kind of threw her off because she smiled, you know what I mean? And this lady always had a sad face. She always looked like a sad-ass bulldog. Like, she just was never happy to be there. But, I mean, this is a prison, so who is, right? But she just always had that sad-ass face. So to see her smile one time, it's like, okay, boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to set small goals when it comes to something like this. And getting in with a CO was almost the equivalent to defusing a fucking bomb. Everything can go so perfect, but the second you fuck up, it blows up in your face. You could be in confinement. She might write up a DI for something you never did. The COs are beating your ass. You're getting gassed. Whatever. It can go bad very, very fast. You know what I mean? But I started to become more and more friendly with her. I started to just keep trying to have conversations until she started talking back to me. She told me where she was from. She asked me where I was from. We're just swapping information. And to me, all of this is calculated steps. All of this is, you know, working my way in. It's not like flirting with a female on the street, because for one, on the street, if you say something out of bounds and she doesn't like it, you can just move on to the next. Versus in here, you don't necessarily have that option. And you have to weigh out the pros and cons. You might not even like this person, but at the end of the day, what you can get out of them is valuable to you. And for me, I definitely didn't really have any intention on getting anything from her, because I didn't see her as that type of person. The only thing I was seeking was a mental escape, to be able to indulge. I don't even know if that's the right word, but experience her femininity and just be around a woman, because you don't get that feeling in prison. And just having a conversation doesn't need to be intimate, but in prison it's almost as if a regular conversation with a woman is an intimate conversation. At least that's the perception that I had as I spoke with her. It would be the simplest things, just her actually asking questions back and being intrigued in the conversation. All of these were good signs that she was actually interested in speaking to me. It wasn't just a one-sided thing. I wasn't annoying her. And I also had to peep game on the times when she didn't want to be talked to. But now keep in mind, like I said, there was someone else that was talking to her. There was someone else that, was trying to be in that position. And there would be times when it's me and him in the booth. Like, I wasn't tripping about it. You know what I mean? You're trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. It's whoever wins, or we can both eat off of the same plate. If she's feeling both of us, heads or tails. Like, what you trying to do? You feel me? She says she want both. We gonna run it. We gonna dap up. We gonna handle that. You feel me? But me and him didn't have any problem. But that doesn't mean problems can't come from things like this. Because you start feeling the conversation. You start feeling the vibe. You feel when she isn't there. You don't have that presence, that comfort, that escape. And it's back to the bullshit. It's back to prison. And then when she comes in, she walks in, you're excited. You're excited to see her and have that feeling again and have that, and the funny thing is, even though you have all these emotions going on inside of you, you'll be playing it off the whole time. She'll see you, you might ignore her. You might not say nothing. Now she's wondering like, oh, why isn't he talking to me? She might call someone else up to the booth and be like, hey, go ask inmate Cherry what's wrong with him. Why he ain't talking to me? He having a bad day? So I'll have someone walk up to me, relay the message. She'll be watching the whole time. So I'll be talking to him and he'll be like, oh, she told me to ask you. And the whole time I'm talking to my dog like, hey, she watching me right now? Yeah, bro, she watching. Man, you tell her I'm minding my business since she want to talk to da-da-da. It is what it is. I don't want to invade their space. You play games with her, you know what I'm saying? So he goes back and tells her. All of a sudden, she kicks the other one out of the booth and calls me to the booth. Now I'm hanging out, chilling with her. And then the one that got kicked out, he's like, oh, okay, we playing like that. So he might try to do the same thing, but I ended up becoming her favorite. Now, I took it a step further, and it wasn't anything crazy, but she was eating, and I forget what she was eating. I think it was some kind of candy or something. And I was like, let me get a piece. And she's just like, what? Let me get a piece. She's like, I can't do that. Don't ask me for things like that. I was like, man, I'm not finna tell nobody. Let me get a piece. And she gave me a little piece. And I ate the little piece of candy, whatever. And that turned into her giving me little pieces of food and whatever it was. Or if there's something in the booth, that there was a red pen, she'd give me the red pen because she knew I banged blood. I started to get little things from her. And, once you start getting something small, you're going to start reaching and trying to get something big. But like I said, I never crossed that line with her up until the point when I was like, all right, you know what? I'm really going to test her. I'm a man. We got needs, testosterone. And I'm looking at this female. I'm close enough. I can smell the perfume. I can smell the shampoo. When she first come to work, I'm close. And there would be times when we would be in the booth, I swear to God, she would scoop by me and her ass would rub against me.
I like that, but I hate it too. You know what I mean? Like, girl, I know you want it. Don't play with me. They be doing that shit, yo. What you trying to do?
And I'm in prison. All you gotta do is look at me too, long, and I'm finna boing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's natural. I can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? It's got a mind of its own. But she would do that, and it would cause a reaction. And I'm standing loud and proud. I ain't trying to hide nothing. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Can catch a whole gun charge about this, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
This guy funny.
it is what it is. And she never had a negative reaction to what she was causing. So one day, you know, early in the morning, it was, I believe, a Saturday morning, I go into the showers. And I'm the only one in the shower. It's early in the morning. Everyone else is still on their bunk, laid out, whatever. I go in there, and it's understood. Like, when you're in the shower, you keep your boxers on. Like, you don't take your boxers off. But when you the only one in the shower, and there's a female CO working, you finna, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I come up out the clothes completely. I'm butt, booty, ass naked. And I get under the water and I make sure the shower head that I'm under, I'm visible to her, you know, because Lancaster had it like there was 2 shower heads where she couldn't see you. So I'm on the one that she can damn sure see me. I think it was shower 5 and that was like the hardest one. And, you know, I'm under the water, got my soap, rubbing it in. I'm trying to Magic Mike do my thing, you feel me? And I'm watching her watching me. And I take the soap and I go lower. You feel me? And she ain't tripping. Like, this is very, very risky. Like, my heart is beating, but, you know, there's blood flowing everywhere. So, it is what it is. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to try her. So, I went from putting soap on my body to gunning. And she just ate it up. And when she eats you up, that just means she just watches. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she was eating me up while I was that just means she's watching you do what you do. You feel me? And that's when I knew, okay, I got her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're letting me do this, I got you. And once I knew I had her, this was just a cycle that repeated itself up until the point that I left the work camp and went back to the main unit. I never asked her to bring me in anything crazy. I never asked her for nothing like that. I was happy with what I was getting. I didn't want to ruin it because I didn't see her being the type to risk her job, her career,
You smart.
by bringing something in. I didn't want to mess up what I had going on because I was perfectly happy with what I was able to pull off, especially when she was brushing against me. And this is the same CO I was able to steal a bag of coffee out of the back. And when the CO came back, whose coffee that was, he started whooping ass and PTing the shit out of us because he couldn't figure out who stole it. But yeah, it was me. I stole it from the back bathroom. It is. Now, Appalachia CI was a whole nother ball game. This was a whole nother level. Because what I was doing at Lancaster, gunning, that wasn't nothing at Appalachia. There were plenty of COs that'll just eat you up and watch it. You know what I mean? And it was bad. There was a female CO that worked Center Gate. There would be like 10 different dudes inside of the cage at Center Gate. All of them with their things out doing their thing. And they have washcloths so they can, you know, clean up their mess. And they're doing it in front of everybody, bro. Like, so you look in the wrong direction, you're going to see all types of things you don't want to see. You know what I mean? But I got this one, got her the same exact way by really not paying attention to her until she started paying attention to me. She was young. She was probably like 23, 24. I'm about 19 to 20 at the time. I believe I was actually 20 when I met her. And she was more like call you out aggressive. Like, hey, inmate, come here. And she'll start asking you all this shit. And, you know, she was asking me disrespectful shit. She's like, are you a Jizzle? Are you a June? So I'm like, man, what? You better ask about me. And that's exactly what
Drizzle mean, oh. Yay.
she did. You know, she was asking other inmates, like, oh, what's up with him? What's up with him? And she started hearing about, you know, who I was. Like, nah, he gang banging. Nah, he doing this. He da-da-da. It put me on another pedestal because the females that were working the dorm that I was in at Appalachia, they entertained a lot of the punks and stuff, like the gay dudes inside the prison, the real feminine ones. Because there was a lot of young ones, and it was like a soap opera for them. Like, they would all come out. She would have like 3-4 punks outside of the dorm in the little hallway talking to her, and they would just be gossiping like females do. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a little TV show for her that she could control and just manipulate and have fun with. But I started to, you know what I'm saying, flirt with her. And once she found out I had respect, she viewed me in a different sense. You know what I mean? And it wasn't up until the point where she came in to do a fake little cell search that I knew what was going on. And Bimbo was my bunkie at the time. She came through and she pretended to look through the cell or whatever. And she told me to put my arms out. She's going to pat me down. I had my shirt off at the time. I believe, once again, this was a weekend. You always got to do these things on the weekend shift. It was the easiest. Saturday mornings are vibed out because you don't have to wake up. So mad people are sleeping in. The lights will stay off. The water's hot. So you come out early in the morning, take a nice hot shower. They got the music videos playing. And, you know, I got my shirt off. I think I just came downstairs from taking a shower. I put my arms out. My back is to the back of the cell. And, you know, she pats me down because I don't have a shirt on. You know what I'm saying? She pats down my pants. She reaches up behind my back and claws down my back. And, you know, I'm like, oh, she freaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel her nails digging into me.
Pause.
And you already know I'm activated. I'm ready at this point. I'm ready to jump up on the top bunk like, what's up? You trying to... You feel me? But she played it off and she's smiling and looking crazy, like biting her lip and all that extra shit. And I was like, all right, we gonna play. And I ended up getting locked in with her. What I used to do is I get request forms and write notes on the request forms. I told her because she asked me, do I want to come out of the dorm like where she be having all the little punks? I'm like, you got to get rid of them. I can't be around them. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad look. I don't entertain them type of people. So she stopped bringing the punks out and started bringing me out. And I was able to pull off some of the things that the orderlies do. You feel me? Whether it's passing stuff from dorm to dorm. Because we have 4 different quads. It's I-1, 2, 3, and 4. So if 3 is trying to pass something to 4, they're going to throw it under the door. I'm going to grab it, whatever. When toilet paper comes through, I'm the first one to grab it. So I'm grabbing extra rolls. And then I had it so sweet, she was bringing me up into the booth. So I'm going inside of the booth, into the back, into the booth bathroom to empty the trash as I start stealing all the street soap that they got in there, and I'm bagging it up and shit because I had little plastic bags of gloves. So I fill up the gloves full of the real soap they had and then take it back to my room. I got to go up in the booth. She worked with this old fuck. He just wanted a check. So he'd be like this, snoring and shit. I'm stealing everything in here. There was a, what's the word? A contraband drawer. This is where they put knives, tattoo guns, whatever. Anything that was in there that I wanted, I got. I done got tattoo guns for people that got them knocked off and got them back their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't going to steal someone's shit and keep it for myself. I'll shoot it back. They'll shoot me some bread just for looking out. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy, but I had access to bleach. I had access to whites, like clothes whites, like t-shirts, boxes, socks. I got the stapler out of the bubble, and we were able to take the spring out of the stapler and make, you know, you put the nail clippers on each side and light a fire under it and stretch out the spring, and then that's how you break down tattoo needles. I was getting mad shit up off of her. And you know, that's of course, crazy. When she walked through, I was able to gun no problem. But none of them were better than the one that came after her. And like I said, I'm not putting none of their names out. But this one was a big girl. She was a big block. You know, so was the other one. But she had red hair and she was the youngest. She must have like just turned 21 or something like that. And I've spoke about her before because this is who I was actually getting things off of. She's bringing in the cigarettes and you know what I'm saying? We had it going. It was so easy. She's the one that I got inside of the mat room where they had all the extra mats. I got her in there. And you know, I had the opportunity to probably get it in, but instead I got the pack of cigarettes because I was more so focused on money than I was doing anything else because I was getting out soon. And I mean, it was so raw that we had her going on the 3-ways. So like I had her phone number Goo would put in the three-way, and I'd be on the phone with her after she gets off from work. Like, it was raw. It's an experience like no other because you don't want to chase a female, but at the end of the day, that's somewhat what you have to do, but you win them over by getting their attention and then giving no attention. And you're literally competing with a couple hundred other inmates, 100 other men. She works in different dorms. You don't know if she's doing the same shit, but you don't care. As long as you're the one that's getting what you need to be getting, you don't worry about what she's doing, you know what I mean? Because you got another female on another shift that she don't know about. It is what it is. It's like y'all cheating on each other, but as long as y'all both happy, it is what it is, you feel me? But trying to learn how to approach these women, how to speak to these women, how to get yourself to stand out when every single other man has to wear the same exact uniform. You know, we all pretty much look the same. We got the same haircuts. You really have to dig into yourself and find out what makes you you, what makes you stand out as an individual, and exploit that and show her and make sure she sees. And if she likes it, as long as you do everything you're supposed to do, you're gonna get her. And for me, when I got out of prison, I felt like my talk game was so souped up. Like, I felt like I could speak to any female. And my whole thing was, you know, I didn't feel like there was a female that was out of my league. You feel me? And I was still big on the whole give them attention, then don't give them any. So I would walk up to whoever I considered the baddest in the group when I got out, give her a compliment in front of all of her friends, and then walk off like nothing happened. Like, I just wanted to tell you, you so gorgeous. I just needed to tell you. I just had to. And then walk off. And she's looking like, what? And then all the other ones are like, what? And then he didn't even ask for your number. He just walked away. And then she gonna send homegirl, and homegirl's walking up to me like, hey, this is her number. You know, she said hit her up, blah. I bet. You feel me? And when I got out, I couldn't even talk to girls that were my age because I was already trying to get older women inside of prison. And the maturity level, you have to crank up your maturity level before you can, you know, maturely speak to a grown-ass woman. You can't come at them talking like a jit, like you're 18, 19. Hey, babe, what's up? Like, she gonna be like, what? Who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to actually gather your words and thoughts and have an idea on how you're gonna calculate this conversation and execute it perfectly. And that's, it played a big role in me getting out and hanging out with females that were like, I don't know, 25, 30, 33, just older than me. You know what I mean? And I'm 20. When I got out, I'm hanging out at the bar. She's 28, her homegirl's 31, whatever. And we're just hanging out like it's no pressure. And you can see the other guys are looking at me like, look at this young ass kid. But yeah, I'm getting it in though because I'm souped up because I learned something and I paid attention. And I took game in from Goo, from Bimba, from my people that were around me. I picked up on a lot of different things. And I appreciate the time that those women gave me because I don't think they understand the difference that they can make. Obviously, they're not really supposed to be doing anything like that. But it is what it is. You have a lot of women that don't get that type of attention on the street or are in relationships where they don't feel appreciated. And we have no one inside of prison. We are going to appreciate every single fucking step you take in here. And I feel that's a big reason the opposite sex wants to work inside of a male prison, or even men that want to work in a female prison because they don't get no love in the street. But when they work in a female prison, all them girls in there are all over them because they're trying to get what they're wanting to get, even if it's just as simple as a conversation, because that can play a major role in our time. That can affect our moods. It's just, like I said, it's hard to describe unless you've experienced it. But I try to do my best, and I hope y'all can somewhat pick up on how this experience was for me. But hey, it's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
That's crazy. He came a long way, yo. That's crazy. Came a long way. Yo. Damn. That's this guy, man. That's 1090J. This one got mad tattoo. I wanna be like, the hand tattoo? Nah, this guy got it. This guy got the hand tattoo. Crazy. That's a gang shit. My boy. Nigga doing my tattoo. That's crazy. Alright, man. I gotta go. I gotta go study, man. Cause college, I can't do too much YouTube. I gotta study. Alright, man. I hope you two give me a favor and then have a lot of subscribers and stuff. I will still go to school though. Sometimes school want to make me to quit, you know what I mean? But I'm not quitting, man. Fuck that. Except if I don't pass all my, if I don't get to the program yet. I want to be a nurse, but if I don't go to the if I didn't go inside the program, yeah. But after that, if I'm passing, even though the class is tough, I'm still gonna go. Even though if I blow up on YouTube too, I'm still gonna go. They'll be on my dick, yo. I'll be so happy. Well, then, that's the next story, man. There's gonna be another story. Subscribe though. Peace out.